Hello, welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews, and today we will look at a beer from Baird Beer Company, one of the oldest and largest craft beer companies in Japan. And they started in the year 2000, established themselves. In the years prior to that, they had studied in the U.S. and came to Numazu in Shizuoka and opened up their brew pub in the what they call the Numazu Fish Market tap room. Numazu is a port city in south of Tokyo, and they expanded, went from a 250 liter system to a 1,000 liter system, and in 2008 they began exporting to the United States. So if you go to a large liquor store, specialty liquor store, beer store in the U.S., you very well may find Baird Beers. And they opened up a tap room also in Tokyo in 2008, and now they have expanded since then to up to 10 different tap rooms. They have one in their original brew pub in Numazu, one very large one which they established in 2014 in Shuzenji, also in Shizuoka, and one in Hakuba, which is a ski resort in the mountains, and one in Osaka recently, and one in Los Angeles, and they have 5 spread around Tokyo. So they've been very aggressive, and especially with their big brewery expansion in the Baird Brewery Gardens, Shuzenji, so quite a large place. So they have been quite successful, and you find them all around Japan. And here's the beer we're going to look at today. It's called Baird Shuzenji Heritage Helles. It is a Helles beer, or Dortmunder Export, a kind of German lager. And this one has 5% alcohol by volume and 18 international bittering units. On RateBeer, this one has 34 ratings, an average score of 3.1, and 44% for all beers on RateBeer, and 92% for its style, which is Helles or Dortmunder Export. And actually, this is a style. The Helles Dortmunder Export is fairly popular among the larger breweries in Japan. So if you have ever seen Yebisu, the main flagship Yebisu beer is a Helles Dortmunder Export style. Untapped, they have 1,428 ratings, and the average is a bit higher, 3.47. So the label will show you they have, Baird always has very nice labels, woodblock print labels, and what this is supposedly showing you is the view from the 3rd floor deck of their new brewery in Shuzenji. And what this beer goes through a process which we call decoction, and in fact double decoction, which is a kind of brewing technique in which they give the beer what's called a temperature rest, a rest period, and so what they do is they, in the middle of the boil, they remove some of the mash and take it out, cool it off a bit, and then boil it separately, and then return it to the main mash, which has been cooling. So, and they do this twice. It's called double decoction, and so it should give this beer a special character by doing it. And let's give this one a go, shall we? I know a man who was a brewer at Baird. He recently started his own business here, so a lot of the beers that are made there were made under his supervision. Okay. And it pours out a very slightly hazy, kind of sort of dull amber color with a good solid 2 fingers of foam. And let's try the aroma. Okay, yeah. This is a very nice malty aroma. Oh man, This is nice. It'd be nice to make a perfume out of something like this. Let's put it in the light and see what we get. So very tiny carbonation coming up. Head is diminishing slowly. Okay, so we get very, very malty and also kind of leafy. What I'm getting is kind of noble hops, German style noble hops out of this. Yeah, again, this is a malty, moderately fruity, very pleasant. Mid-palate, it kind of foams up with the fruitiness increases in mid-palate, and then it sort of slides away. For 18 IBUs, the hops really come into play. It's quite interesting. Gives a nice, moderately bitter finish. You know, this is smooth. It goes down very easily. Yeah, this is what I think what Michael Jackson would call a sociable beer. You know, when you could toss back 3 or 4 pints with your friends, and without even noticing the fact that you'd been drinking them. They're just kind of unpretentious, but really seriously well made. Once again, this is called Baird Shuzenji Heritage Helles, Dortmunder export Helles beer, 5%, 18 international bittering units, and give them a try. I found this in, I believe, Isetan department store. In any case, go online and you can buy many of Baird's beers. They have a much wider selection of beers than most breweries in Japan. So, give them a go. And that's it for today. Hope you're doing well. And summer is just about over here, where I live. And I know on the west coast of the U.S. it's certainly not over by far. And they just hit very high temperatures in Los Angeles and most of the west coast. And if anything, I hope it makes people realize that global warming, climate change is a real thing, not a hoax, as some people in power would have you believe. And we need to do something about it. That's it for today. Take care.